Hi everyone! Welcome back to another one of my Clan Generator Challenge videos. I'm back from my vacation and pumped to be drawing again. Today I'd like to introduce you to FirClan. They're described as drowsy and fabulous. They have a territory on these high cliffs looking out over MeadowClan and StreamClan's territories. And they've got a bit of, like, We Are the Best, ThunderClan / American influences going on. And they've got a bit of a reputation for jumping into conflicts quickly and over small things under their current leader, Gingerstar, who I'll get to in a second. Their population consists of a lot of young-ish warriors, so overall lacking a bit of wisdom. Something big happened to this missing generation of more middle-aged cats, like the senior warriors. I just don't know what it is yet. I haven't quite decided, but I'll let you guys know if I decide in the middle of this video or something. So, Gingerstar. He's confident, he's bold, he gives amazing motivational speeches. Under his leadership, Gingerstar is promising FirClan a new era of prosperity. Because of his charismatic mannerisms, he's very popular among his clanmates, but the other clans are a little freaked out. For now though, his plans for territory expansion and stuff like that are on pause because his attention is fully focused on his beloved mate, Pigeonflate, and their 3 newborn kits, Leaf Kit, Tangle Kit, and Cliff Kit. To contrast our brash leader, we have a level-headed deputy, Poppyberry. She lost most of her tail when she was young, and had to work really hard to adapt to FirClan's cliffy territory, with the reduced sense of balance. A lot of the clan was kind of iffy about her becoming deputy, but Gingerstar is her closest friend, and has always had huge confidence in her abilities. And of course he's right, she knows he's right, and she's been doing an amazing job so far. FirClan couldn't ask for a better deputy. Okay, so I mentioned FirClan's old medicine cat briefly in the last video, so here she is. This is Troutclaw. She's been medicine cat for a long time, and is about the same age as Cranestar. Many cats view her as an honorary grandmother, and she's built a lot of valuable friendships, even across clan borders over the years. She's kind of trying to leverage that wisdom to sort of calm Gingerstar down a little bit. Varying degrees of success there. But anyway, she's had to come out of retirement after her previous apprentice died very suddenly. And she finds it a bit difficult to train Kootpaw, her apprentice, while she's grieving. He's got kind of this sassy personality that cheers her up a bit, while simultaneously making her feel guilty about being happy. Oof. That was kind of sad. So moving on to the exciting part, I'm gonna start drawing warriors. Our first cat is Gorseheart, a senior warrior who's a bit older than Gingerstar and his group of friends. Gorseheart is a bit more serious about the rules compared to his clanmates, and he's also pretty suspicious of outsiders. He's kind of a reluctant babysitter for all these overly confident young warriors running around. His latest challenge is his very independent apprentice, Emberpaw, who has a hard time staying away from dangerous things like rogues or other clans' border patrols. This guy's basically always stressed. And his mate, Nightingale Leg, is currently pregnant with their first litter. So, Gorseheart is described as a red mackerel pseudo-tabby tom with curly fur and green eyes. The curls were great for giving him this frazzled sort of look. I think he's a funny looking guy. If I were to redraw him, there's definitely a couple things I would change, but overall, I think his personality really shines through, which is always my #1 goal with these drawings. Our second warrior is Featherfur. He's got 2 sisters, Smokeface and Darkear, and 2 kits, Emberpaw and Cootpaw. He had a bit of a fling with another warrior named Redwhisker that resulted in the kits, and ultimately they decided the relationship wasn't going to work long term. Neither of them were very interested in being parents, and Featherfur didn't really connect with the kits when they were young. But now that they're a bit older, their apprentice age, he's starting to have some regrets and wondering, is it too late? Can I still be a dad to these cats? So he's not totally a bad guy, but he has some selfish tendencies and trouble thinking through his decisions. Featherfur is a black tom with short fur and amber eyes. He was so fun to draw. I love doing his face, the sassy mustache and the smile and that paw. He is kind of obnoxious, but I love him. The next FirClan warrior is Smokeface. She has a bit more of a calming presence compared to her cocky siblings, but she loves them, even if their big personalities are a lot to deal with. She usually spends her free time basking in the sun, but lately she's been keeping busy, keeping an eye out on her friend Mistletoewhisker, who's going through kind of a rough time, mentally. And ideally, Smokeface wants to get the medicine cat Troutclaw involved, but Mistletoewhisker doesn't want that. I don't really know if medicine cats are also kind of like therapists, but in FirClan they are, because I said so. Anyway, Smokeface is a long-haired black she-cat with yellow eyes. I tried to give her lots of fluffy bits while also keeping that similar body shape that her short-furred siblings have. And her face was kind of tricky though. I wanted that stripe to kind of relate to her name, but then it didn't quite fit. I feel like it's a little bit squished in there. But I didn't want her whole face to be gray, because I don't know, I thought that was kind of weird. But otherwise I really like her. She looks really cute. Her eyes are nice. Yeah, so here is Smokeface. Darkear is the 3rd sibling in this trio. She's always been the most active and loud one. She's got a lot of pride in her hunting and fighting skills, as well as pride in her talented niece and nephew. Family is absolutely the most important thing to Darkear. She prioritizes it above everything, and it kind of comes out as like this bragging, but it's really genuine on her end. The winter after she was just made a warrior, Darkear and her siblings went on this hunting patrol where she accidentally slipped and fell down a ledge, and she was hurt pretty bad. Her siblings spent a long time getting her out safely and back to camp, and they were really there for her the whole time she was recovering and everything. I kind of want their relationship to be what I think Brightheart, Thornclaw, Cinderpelt, and Brackenfur could have been. If the writers remembered that they were siblings the whole time. I just think it would have been great if, like, the hard times brought them a lot closer, which is the case for Darkear's situation. Darkear has the same description as her brother, a black she-cat with short fur and yellow eyes. She turned out pretty cool. I like the big scar with her loud and confident pose, and I think it's a good combo. It's not one that we see too often in warrior cats. Yeah, not much to say. Sorry, it's just another black cat. Alright, we're done with the siblings. Moving on to Mistletoewhisker. She's probably the character that's changed the most in my head as I've tried to figure out sort of what her deal is. I think what I've settled on is basically she's going through a rough time because she had a secret love affair with a rogue who was part of a group that was attacking FirClan. Which, a bit of a tangent, but I think that's why they're missing a lot of cats in this clan. They probably, died fighting these rogues. Anyway, Mistletoewhisker got pregnant, she tried to ignore it, go about her business, denial, but ended up giving birth early outside of the camp during a pretty bad storm. She's pretty self-sufficient and resourceful, but some situations are too much even for extremely capable people. Or cats, I guess. You know what I mean. Unfortunately, 3 of her cats didn't make it, and Pheasant Paw is the only surviving kit from that litter. Mistletoewhisker thinks that she has to do everything alone, especially because the added layer of that relationship with the enemy rogue. She thinks that if the clan knew, they might not want her anymore, or, you know, she might be a little bit ostracized. I am a little bit disappointed with how her pose turned out. It looked really cool in my head, but I don't think it shows her off enough. I'd like to see her face in this if I, you know, were to do it again. She's described as a long-haired white she-cat with amber eyes. I kind of ended up curling her fur a little bit more than maybe the typical long-haired cat, but since there's a lot of curly-furred cats in FirClan, I think that might just be one of their things that's like common in their genetics. So yeah, here she is. Our next warrior is Redwhisker. I mentioned earlier that she's the mother of Cootpaw and Emberpaw, and she had that sort of fling with Featherfur. That fizzled out. Neither of them were really interested in having a family, but you know, stuff happens. Luckily, Pigeonflight, one of the current queens, was there to take over when Redwhisker asked to leave the nursery just a little bit early. She's a very private kind of personality, not very interested in mushy stuff, but very comfortable doing her warrior duties. Redwhisker is a curly-haired white she-cat with black and red spotted calico tail and ears, and copper eyes. I absolutely love drawing her. She's so cool, and I gave her a couple extra spots of color than the generator asked for. I just wanted to make her a little bit more different than the other cats we've gotten with this description. But anyway, I'm really happy with this sassy lady, especially like the spot near her mouth. I think it adds, you know, a little bit of flair. Okay, and now for our last FirClan warrior, Mosspuddle. He's young, he's awkward, he's sweet, just a little guy figuring out life. And he was shocked when Gingerstar gave him his first apprentice so young, but he's trying really hard to be the best mentor possible. Luckily, he can lean on his old mentor Smokeface for advice. Mosspuddle's name was actually completely different from what the generator gave me. The generator gave me Chanterelle Stream, and I just didn't like it. 3 S's in a row, very specific kind of mushroom. I don't know, I just needed it to be not that. So Mosspuddle is a short-haired cream mackerel pseudo-tabby tom with amber eyes. And he kind of ended up looking like Gingerstar, so maybe they're distantly related. I didn't plan for that, but I just think it's, you know, it just happened to be that way. Anyway, he's cute, even if his face is a bit wonky. I really like that he just doesn't look like he knows what's going on. So there we have it. The first half of FirClan is done. I hope you all like them so far. I'm really excited to finish the apprentices, queens, and elders for this. Hopefully when I say it'll come out soon, I really mean it. For this one, I finished drawing the cats super fast, but it takes me forever to record these voice things, because I don't like the sound of my voice and I keep deleting it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, as always. You guys are really, really nice in the comments, so I always enjoy posting a video. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys soon, so bye!